Corsair RM series power supplies are optimized for silent operation. Click now to learn more.
Welcome to my review of the manliest video card that we've ever seen.
Okay, no, but seriously, the brand is called Manli, M-A-N-L-I, not with a Y at the end. I'd never heard of them before either, so as soon as you guys, if you guys are gonna be like, Linus, I've never heard of this before, don't worry, you're not the only one, but this right here is their ultimate class GeForce GTX 770. So just like any other GTX 770, you've got support for GPU Boost 2.0, you've got wicked fast 7 gigahertz GDDR5 memory. This particular one happens to have 4 gigs of GDDR5 memory, which definitely gives it an advantage over other GTX 770s, particularly when running at higher resolutions. You've got support for PhysX, you've got support for 3D Vision, the new GeForce Experience, which basically optimizes your game settings, downloads the latest drivers for you, all without much user intervention at all, other than installing it in the first place. And of course, the extremely exciting upcoming NVIDIA Shadow Play, which will allow you to record your gameplay videos on the fly and just grab only the ones that you want. Although, sorry, that's not actually quite released yet, but it should come at some point. Okay, so how does a graphics card manufacturer differentiate from the others? Okay, so number one is they can add more RAM. Manli has done that here. This is a 4 gig card. Number two is they can overclock the card. Okay, so Manli has done that here as well. However, around here we believe in manual overclocking anyway, so we don't care too much about the clock speeds that cards ship at, but what we do care about, particularly on GPU Boost 2.0 cards, which rely on the temperature of the graphics card in order to keep the clocks high, we do care about cooling, so they can put better coolers on them. The cooler on this card not only uses a couple of 92mm fans, but they also have a little bit more depth to them than some of the fans that you find on graphics cards, and they don't whine or tick whether they're running at high speed or low speed. So we did observe that they're actually quite excellent fans. They can also make aesthetic tweaks or cable management tweaks. So it uses the stacked PCI Express connector design that we're familiarized with on the GTX 680, as opposed to the side-by-side one that we find on most 770s, and uses a metal shroud around the cooler rather than a plastic shroud, which you do find on some cards. It also has 5 heat pipes carrying heat all around the card, so you can actually see the copper heat pipes through the top of the shroud here. It uses a standard PCI Express 3.0 16x interface down here. It has 2 SLI connectors, so it supports 2-way, 3-way, and 4-way SLI, although 4-way SLI really isn't recommended. It has 2 dual-link DVI ports, as well as an HDMI port and a DisplayPort port. And what's this? Is that a gold bling-tastic accent on the card? That looks fantastic. I actually love it. It would go perfectly with my old Audigy 2 ZS, which also had a gold backplate, which I also loved. On the back of the card, we find, so it's as almost as if they made it this like the Linus Edition card, between the gold accents and that gorgeous matte black PCB that has like no shine to it at all. That looks fantastic. And then you can also see, of course, the extra memory modules on the back, which should be what I'm interested in, but I'm all about that matte black PCB. That looks fantastic. So it requires a 6-pin and an 8-pin PCI Express connector. I don't think I mentioned that even when I was showing you the stack design. And it is quite a long card. Now, another way that they can differentiate is in terms of warranty support and or product quality. So check this out, guys. Manli is offering a 3-year warranty, which is pretty good. It's above average. And then they're also offering, this is interesting, a 24-hour testing guarantee. So that means every card gets burned in for 24 hours. This is kind of similar to what MSI is doing on their OC certified, so things like their M-Power boards, where they're actually burning them in prior to shipping, which should pretty much negate the possibility of having a defective card, although anything can happen in shipping. Trust me, guys. So without further ado, let's get into the performance numbers. Is it better than a reference card? Yeah. Actually, we found it did perform a little bit better than a reference card. We don't know if this is entirely due to running at slightly higher clock speeds, because we were able to achieve slightly higher clock speeds, or whether it was due to the GPU being able to run at higher clock speeds because of the better cooler design. Now, with that said, better should have an asterisk here, because I love the cooler design on the stock 770. It looks so good, but it doesn't remove heat from the GPU quite as well. It should be noted that blower design removes heat from the case case a little bit better, whereas this one will exhaust air into your case. But at any rate, yes, in our small cross-section of games, we did get better performance with Manli's Ultimate card. I should also probably show you the accessories it comes with. It comes with a completely useless driver installation DVD. You should run the latest drivers off the NVIDIA website, as well as probably a quick start guide, who cares, DVI to VGA adapter, and then 2 adapters, dual Molex to 6-pin and dual 6-pin to 8-pin. However, my usual thing on all of this is if you're using a VGA adapter or power supply adapters, you should probably think about upgrading your monitor and or your power supply to go with your wicked new card. So thank you for checking out this unboxing and overview of the Manli Ultimate GeForce GTX 770. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos. And like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and leave a comment if you're still sitting there scratching your head going, who the devil is Manli?